All right, you guys, it's just about 2 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and get started. My name's Kayleen Drummond, and I'm on the Marketing and Promotions Committee for Scott Dance USA. And we are so excited that we've had such great interest in this Ballet-to-Highland class. And we're so glad to see everybody taking the time out of their Saturday to join us and get together and dance. So thank you for joining us today. And thank you, Erin, for participating and leading this class for us. I want to tell you guys a little bit about Erin so that you realize, the quality instruction you're going to get today. Erin Blair is a 4-time world champion, 8-time US champion, and she is the only dancer residing outside the UK to be named the RSOBHG Champion of Champions. Erin is currently working towards her Bachelor of Fine Arts in ballet through the University of Utah. She currently resides in Cincinnati, Ohio, where she is pursuing her career as a professional dancer, trainer, and performing as a member of the Cincinnati Ballet 2. Erin received her BATD Members Diploma in 2019 and looks forward to building her school and reputation as a teacher and mentor. So we're so excited to have you here, Erin. If everybody could stay on mute during the class, I think that'll help you hear Erin and the music. If you do have questions throughout the class, feel free to use the chat feature, and Erin can help us answer as many as possible at the end of class. All right, Erin, I'll hand it over to you.
Cool. So has anyone in here taken ballet classes before? Like regularly, or just a couple of classes here and there? Got a mixture. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna, for people who have taken a ballet class, it might be a little bit slower, but I found that recently, especially in quarantine and everything, it's been really helpful for me to kind of go back to the basics anyways, just to remind myself of some things that kind of get lost when you're dancing a lot and just performing and competing all the time. So that being said, we're gonna, has anyone kind of warmed up? Done any kind of warm up-ish? Yes, no. We'll just start with pliés. That's a good way to get going. So we're just gonna start in first position. So I did this with the last class too, and I find it really helpful to not crank my turnout. If you just go to fifth position, like parallel, and then from there, swivel back onto your heels, and then just rotate out from there, and then put your feet down. That's as much turnout as you have. Don't crank your turnout. It's not good for your knees or your ankles. Also, if you have hyperextension, I would suggest keeping your heels together in first position. I like to just go out here because I can, but it's a lot better to work with your heels together. Yeah, so we're gonna start in first position. You're gonna go 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you're gonna go plie, and stretch, and plie, and stretch, and then we're gonna grand plie first. So you're gonna go to the deepest plie with your heels still on the ground, and then go, keeping your inner thighs engaged, go as far as you can, and you can let your heels come off the ground, and then you're gonna come back to that first position with heels on the ground, and stretch. And then we're gonna go to the front. We're just gonna cambre forward, 2, and 3, and 4, and then rise up on 2 feet. You can have your arm up, or you can just leave your arm down. It's totally up to you guys, whatever you feel you can do. And then you're gonna lower back down to first, and then tendu to second position. So for those of you who haven't taken ballet class before, second position in ballet is just your Highland position and then lowering heel. Then we're gonna do the same thing we did at first, but we're gonna do it in second position. So you're gonna go plie and stretch, and plie and stretch, and then you're gonna do a grand plie in second. So here your heels should not come off of the ground. So plie and lower and straighten here. And then we're gonna cambray into the bar. So you're gonna reach away and then get a good side stretch and then come back up. And you're gonna rise on 2 feet, 6, and then lower, and then we're just gonna go straight to 5th position. So to get to 5th position, you're just going to take the heel of your working foot and put it in front of the toes of your supporting foot. And then your knees should be straight, you should be pulled up, and then we're gonna do the same thing. So plie with your heels on the ground, and straight, and plie, and stretch. We're not gonna do a grand plie here, just because sometimes it hurts people's knees, and it's because we don't have a lot of time to go over it properly, we're just gonna skip it. Then we're gonna cambray forward again, 2, and get a good hamstring stretch, and straighten up. And then you're gonna cambray back, 6, 7, and 8. And this is gonna be super small. Pretend there's like a bar right underneath your shoulder blades, and you're just lifting up and over that. And keeping your shoulders down and not crunching into your low back, because that is no bueno. Then we're gonna go plie, and then we're gonna go to SDUSA. So it should look like you only have 1 foot with 2 heels. Your toes should be in line with each other, and then you're just gonna balance here for a moment, and then plie in 5th, and continue back to 1st. So just to recap real quick, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plie in 1st, and stretch, plie in 1st, and stretch, grand plie in 1st, 6, 7, 8, cambray forward, 2, 3, 4, rise up, arm up or down, up to you, 6, lower 7, tendu 2nd, 8, plie, stretch, grand plie in 2nd, 7, 8, into the bar, get a good side stretch, and straight, and then rise up, 6, lower 7, and 5th position. Plie, stretch, and then we're just gonna do cambray forward, 6, 7, 8, cambray back. Pretend there's a bar under your shoulder blades, 2, 3, 4, and then rise up in 5th position, 1 foot with 2 heels, 6, plie in 5th, and then open up to 2nd, or to 1st, sorry. Does anyone have any questions about that? Because this is an older group than last class, I'm gonna try to go a little quicker, but I will slow down if anyone has any questions at all. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna put on some music. It's a little slower. It should give you a good chance to warm up. Can you all hear that? Wait, sorry, y'all don't have to start yet. Can you hear the music? No? Oh.
Erin, go back and share your music again.
Yeah. I forgot this is a different meeting. Okay. Can you hear it now? Okay. Okay, is everyone ready? Y'all can stand in 1st position. Page. Cool. Okay. All right, 1st position. Ready? 5, 6, and 7, 8. Plie, and stretch, and plie, and stretch, grand plie, 5, 6, 7, heels down, 8, bend over to the front, 2, stretch up, 4, rise up, on both feet, lifting up super tall, lower, tendu second, and plie, and stretch, plie, and stretch, and grand plie, 6, 7, 8, and into the bar, 1, 2, 3, 4, rise up in second, 6, 7, and 5th position. Plie, and stretch, keep your heels down as much as possible, plie, stretch, and forward, 2, 3, and 4, ombre back, 2, up and over that bar, 3, and 4, rise up in 5th position, and hold there for a moment. Yeah, you can let go of the bar if you feel like you can't. Totally. All right, and plie, back to first. Y'all can switch sides. I'll call it out, but I'm gonna watch everyone this time, see what's going on. Oops, sorry. Wait. All right. Okay, first position, left side or the right side if you just did the left side. Switch sides. Okay. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8. Plie and stretch, and plie, stretch on flat feet, and grand plie, 2, and 3, heels down, 4, and ombre forward, 2, come back to the first, 4, rise up in first position, super straight knees, super high heels, so don't flat or sickle your feet, lower to second position. Plie, and stretch, plie, and stretch, and grand plie, 6, and 7, and 8, ombre into the bar, get a good side stretch, 3, and 4, rise in second, lift up super tall, stop your hips, lower, 5th position. Plie, keep your heels on the ground, and plie, and stretch, ombre forward, and 6, and 7, and 8, ombre back, up and over that bar, don't go into your lower back, and rise up in 5th, super straight knees, drill into the ground, and lift up from the top of your head, lengthen the fronts of your hips, and plie, and tendu back to first. That was good, guys. Yeah. Are we all good to move on? Tendus. Cool. So we're just gonna do. These are going to be slower, and then we're going to go on to quicker tendus after this. So we're going to go in first position, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then plie in first position, straighten up the tendu front, and then plie in 5th, tendu front, plie in first, tendu side, plie 5th with the right foot in front, and then tendu side again. Plie in first, rush to the back, plie in 5th, to the back, plie, and then you're gonna go forced arch. Don't push over your feet too far. I don't want anyone spraining anything. And stretch up, and then lower down with straight legs, using those turnout muscles. Pretend there's like a line going from the insides of your knees, wrapping all the way to the outsides of your hips, and really think about using that and rotating through that position. So then we're gonna go from the back and do the same thing. So we're gonna go plie in first, tendu back, plie in fifth, tendu back, plie in first, tendu side, plie in fifth, back, tendu side, plie in first, tendu front, plie in fifth, tendu front, and then plie, forced arch, rise up, and then lower with straight legs. Yes, so arms. I would suggest just to really focus on the feet. If you have not taken too many ballet classes before, I would suggest leaving it down or just in second position. So when it's down, if you have both arms down, there should be like a beach ball kind of shape. And then your arms, it's like fifth position, like what you would use in the second step of the chanteuse, just different hands. Just relax your hands. If you shake it out, it should just be this kind of natural kind of draping, but still have energy in them, if that makes sense. So you can either leave them in fifth with the elbows facing out to the side, or you can put them in second position, which is the same, just lift it up to the side. Something to be mindful of, if you do put your arm in second position, is not letting your elbow droop. I tend to do that a lot, so don't copy me. And then making sure that your shoulder is down, and there should be like a natural kind of curve to it, so that it's not hyperextended. Like weird. Yeah. Does anyone have questions about that combination? I'll do it with you on the first side, and then when we go to the other side, I'll watch. So start with your left hand on the bar. If you don't have a bar, you can also hold onto a wall, just because it's kind of difficult to get the right muscles going if you start not holding on to anything. Wait. Okay, is everyone ready? First position. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Plie, tendu front, plie, tendu front, plie in first, side, plie in fifth to the front, tendu side, plie first, tendu back, plie in fifth, tendu back, plie in first, forced arch, rise up, lower straight leg, plie, tendu back, plie in fifth, tendu back, plie in first, tendu side, plie in fifth, back, tendu side, plie in first, tendu front, plie in fifth, tendu front, plie, forced arch, rise up. Hold this position here and balance. Holding it. So in this position, really think about pulling up your kneecaps and really lengthen in the front of your hips. Make sure your pelvis isn't tilted to the back, so you have a sway back and that it's not tucked. Really lengthen. Good, you guys can come down. All right, cool. Does anyone have any questions before you do it on your own to the right or to the left? Cool. Okay. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Plie, tendu front, plie fifth, tendu front, plie first, tendu side, plie fifth, tendu side, plie first, tendu back, plie first, tendu back, plie first, forced arch, up, and lower straight leg, plie, Yeah, that was good, a lot of you. Some people are, so in a tendu, you really want to think about brushing through the floor and like really articulating through your feet. So I noticed a lot of people just kind of placing it out there, where you want to really use every part of that movement to warm your feet up. And whoop, sorry, something just beeped. Oh yeah, so just making sure that you really press down and through the floor while you're lifting up, so you have that feeling of opposition. It'll really lengthen your muscles out and work and different stuff. So I did a combination with a lot of pliés in it because I feel like as Highland dancers, we don't use our pliés a lot and we don't put our heels on the ground, and it's really important to have that opposition so you don't get a super tight Achilles, because that can be really dangerous, especially when we're jumping as much as we do as Highland dancers. So now we're going to do a quick tendu. It's going to be faster and we're not going to do as pliés. So we're still going to just go in first position, switching back and forth between first and fifth. So starting in first position, we're going to have 5, 6, 7, and let's just leave our arm down. So we're going to go to the front and fifth, to the front and fifth. Tendu side and first and first and fifth. Tendu back to the fifth, tendu side and fifth, tendu side and first and first and fifth. And then from here, we're just going to do a plie and then rise up to fifth position. So here, I want to really emphasize that you guys use the tops of your hips to turn out, and that you're really pressing down through the floor. You'll feel more stable that way. You'll be able to balance longer, and making sure that you can really stretch your front knee. It will give you a really nice long line, which is always. So we're not going to reverse this or anything, just starting in first position, front to the fifth, tendu front and fifth, side, first, first, fifth, back. Back and fifth, back and fifth, side, first and fifth, and then plie and rise up in first. You can leave your arms down if you would like. You can put them up or down. It's up to you guys. If you put them up, make sure that your elbows are really going out to the side and that you're engaging your back. That will really help in Highland. I know, like, we get a lot of like the bouncy elbows and everything when we're jumping because of the impact when we land. So making sure that you engage your back, that'll really help kind of strengthen the whole line. So I'll do the first side with you guys again, and then I'll watch you on the second side. All right, first position. 7 and first and front to the fifth. Front and fifth, side, first and fifth, back. Back, fifth, back, fifth, side, first and fifth, plie. Rise up, arms in fifth on O or fifth on ba. Up to you. Keep holding. Really drill through that front leg. Make sure your feet are crossed. Turning out, 7 and finish. All right, cool. Did everyone get that? Anyone have any questions for this second side? Pretty simple. So, all right, cool. Starting in first position. So, 5, 6, 7, 8. Front, fifth. Front, fifth. Side, first and fifth. Pressing through the floor to the back. Fifth. Back, fifth. Side, stretch knees. Really articulate through your feet. And fifth. Plie. And rise up. good. All right. We're gonna move on. I don't have too much to say about that. So we're gonna do dégagés. I'm only gonna do one dégagé combination. It's gonna be a little bit quicker. We're gonna change feet a little bit just because I think it's important to have the ability to switch directions, like shifting your weight and everything, especially for dances like the sword. Being able to keep your center over your feet is really important. And it'll help you with those cleaner transitions between steps. Okay. Let's go, starting in fifth position. So making sure that you have your equal weight on both feet, making sure that your center, like the center of your belly button is right over the middle of your feet. So we got 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we're gonna go dégagé to the front and 2, side, don't change, side, change, back, and 2, side, don't change, and change. Then we're gonna go first, 2, 1, 2, 3. First, 2, and quick, 1, 2, and then close fifth to the back. And then we're gonna go back and 2, side, don't change. So on the first dégagé, you're gonna close back and then side to the front. Fifth to the front, and then side, don't change, change. And then we're gonna go first, 2, 1, 2, fifth. So we're only gonna do one of those. I lied on the first time. So we're gonna go fifth to the front, fifth, don't change, side, change. Fifth, 2 to the back, 2, side, don't change, and change. Let me listen to the music. This is wrong. Sorry. So we'll just mark it. So 6, 7, 8. Front, 2, side, 2, back, 2, side, 2. First, 2, 1, 2, 3. First, 2, first, 2, back, back, 2, side, 2. Front, 2, side, 2. First, 1, 2, 3. First, 1, 2, 3. We're not going to do a balance or anything. Does that make sense? Does anyone have questions? I know it's quicker. I'm just kind of throwing, anyone who hasn't done ballet, I'm just kind of throwing y'all into this. Sorry. Does anyone have any questions? I know that's vague, but like if you don't even know what to ask. I'm gonna watch. We'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. So, ready? Starting in fifth position. 5, 6, 7, 8. Front, 2, side, 2. Back, 2, side, 2. First, 2, quick, 2, 3. First, fifth. Back, 2, side, 2. Front, 2, side, 2. Side, first, 1, 2, 3. First, side, 2, 3. All right, y'all did pretty good for those pretty quick ones. So yeah, I don't have too many complaints about that. All right, let's just do the other side because I want to keep moving. We don't have that much time left. A lot to fit in an hour. Okay, ready in fifth position. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Front, 2, side, 2. Back, 2, side, 2. First, 2. First, 2, 3. First, back. Back, 2. Side and fifth. Front, fifth, side, fifth. Side, first, 2, 3. First, 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. So one thing to keep in mind for dégagés is still thinking about, I know that was fast, but it makes it a lot easier to be quicker you have to let your muscles relax, but not too much. So you don't want to grip like the top of your quad or your hip flexor or anything, but you still need to be engaged and like ready to change directions. So when you dégagé to the side, really pushing through the floor so you get that energy to really just like flick it off real quick. It helps, especially with faster music, and that also pushing into the floor as you're dégagéing out really helps to stabilize the rest of your body too and your supporting leg. So it's more efficient that way. It takes less energy, but it looks more energetic. So we're gonna do a combination of rond de jambe, and I'm gonna put some fondus into it, just so we kind of hit two. So with fondus, it's really important to get the right coordination. So I'll explain it a little bit more in detail when we get to it, but you want to make sure that your knees are straightening at the same time, which is difficult because one leg is off the ground and one leg is still your supporting leg. So to get that coordination of stretching them at the same time takes a little bit of practice. And then in rond de jambes, making sure that you're really opening from your hips to turn out and engaging that spiral that I talked about earlier, wrapping to the outside of your legs. So we're gonna do, starting in first position, 5, 6, plie to the front, and then open up to the side. And then we're gonna do to the front and open to the back. And front, open to the back. And plie, and open to the back and straighten when you get to the back. And then we're gonna do 2 quick, 1 and 2. And then do like a dégagé, but slower. And then bring your working leg to coupe. So that's just gonna be like third aerial, very low, or I guess third aerial low. It should be, your toes should be right above your ankle bone. So we're gonna go to the front and fondu and coupe, and then open up to the side, fondu coupe, and put your leg in the back, and then straighten both legs to the back, and first, and then plie, plie and stretch. That's all we're gonna do. So I'll go over that one more time. So we're gonna go 5, 6, plie to the front, open side, and 1, rond de jambe back, and 2, rond de jambe back, and plie, and straighten back, and 2, rond de jambe, and dégagé, fondu front, open to the side, fondu back, open back, and first, and plie in first position on both feet, and stretch. Does anyone have any questions? Do you want me to do that with you on the first side and then I can watch you on the second side? Yeah? Okay, let's do that. Arms, I would just keep them simple. I know sometimes I add in extra stuff. I didn't need to do that. So either just keep them down or keep them in second. We're not going to do any crazy. I'm going to start it over, right? So starting in first position. Ready? 5, 6, plie, front, open side, and front, open to the back, and front, open to the back, plie true first to the front, open back, and 2 quick, 1 and 2, dégagé front, fondu, open to the side, undo, open to the back, and first, and plie, and first. All right. Where do you go? There we go. Pretty simple, short and sweet. Let's go to the other side. I'll watch you guys on this one. So just really focusing on using your turnout, especially in the fondue, because that is almost exactly the position of third aerial low. It's really important to practice the transition of getting there, because then once you hit third aerial, you're going to be able to engage your muscles to get more turnout. And we almost want more turnout. Sorry, teachers stopped yelling. Okay. Let's see. Starting in first position. Ready? 5, 6, plie front, open side. Slow front, rondeurs on back. Front, rondeurs on back. And then in plie, stretch to the back, rondeurs jambes, and 2. Dégagé front, fondue. Open to the side, fondue back, open back, close in first and lift up, plie, and stretch. Yeah, y'all are great. Awesome. I'm going to
flex. Strike to the back and flex, strike to the back, flex, side, flex, side, flex. That's all we're gonna do. Keep it really simple, but try to make that strike as fast as possible and really hold the position out there for as long as the music allows. So let me know if y'all can still hear the music. I'm not, let's see. Can you hear it? All right. So I'll do the first side with you, and then I'm gonna watch the second side. 5. All right, y'all got it? All right, we're gonna do the left side, or whichever side you didn't just do. Okay. Rush front. To the side. Back. Side. Front. Side. Side. Back. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys did good with that. That's a really helpful, I find that it's pretty similar to how I try to approach extended high cuts, just going from third aerial to second. Okay, really quick, we only have, how long should I leave for questions at the end? Anyone? Like, how much time do I have?
We'll wrap the class in about 5 minutes, Erin, and then we'll do about 5 minutes of questions, okay?
Awesome. Okay, so I wanted to go over Entre Shaws really quick. I thought that would be a good way to finish off. So we're just gonna do a quick warm-up jump. I don't know what kind of floors you're on. I'm personally not on a great floor. It's hardwood. My shins don't like me because I've been dancing on it for a couple months now. So we're just gonna do small jumps just to get warmed up, and then we're gonna do some Entre Shaws, and we'll talk about a few things for that. So all you're gonna do, we're still gonna be holding onto the bar So I'm gonna do it to the side. So we're gonna start in first position. I'm not gonna hold on to the bar. Or I'll hold on with one arm. So you're just gonna go first, 2, 3, 4. Second, 2, 3, 4. And then fifth with the right foot in front. Fifth with the left foot in front. Fifth with the right foot in front. Fifth with the left foot in front. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do 4 more changements. So then right foot in front, left foot in front, right foot in front, left foot in front. Now, these are different than Highland jumps because I want your heels to be on the floor as much as possible. Use your plie. It's really helpful, especially when you have your heels off the floor. Being able to access that plie is really important. It'll give you higher jumps. So, awesome. I'll do it with you guys. Actually, do you guys know it? It's just 4 in first position, 4 jumps in second position, and then 8 changing with the 5th position, starting with the right foot in front. Be careful in 5th position. Try to make it as clean as possible, using those turnout muscles. Yeah, they don't have to be huge jumps because these are just getting warmed up. Let's see here. Okay, everyone stand in first position, both hands on the bar, please. Awesome, okay. First, 2, 3, 4. Second, 2, 3, 4. Fifth, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. First, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. Second, 2, 3, 4. Fifth, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Awesome. Okay, Entre Shaws. Okay, so I think that it's really important to, so all of those like smaller movements that we were doing at the beginning of bar come into play here. So Highland Entre Shaws, you obviously start with your heels off of the floor. Then you go up into the air and switch feet, and then you land again. Now, it's really important to make sure that you cross your feet each time and think about beating to the side. So you don't want your beats to go like front to back. You want them to go side to side. And that's really emphasized in ballet. Like I was always taught to do it like super over exaggerated to the side. So we would go like crazy. Don't do that for Highland, but really thinking about opening it to this more to the side than just flicking your legs back and forth. It makes them look a lot cleaner. Yeah, that's good, Alyssa. Yeah, those are a lot better. Yes. Yeah, you guys are getting it. So I just, we're gonna do them a little quicker. I want you guys to put your heels on the ground for this, just because this is a ballet class. And again, using your plie is really important. One thing to be really careful of is that you don't roll forward. You don't go on like your first metatarsal of your foot. That's really dangerous for your knees. It's bad for your ankles. It's just not good for your alignment. So really make sure you're landing like in the middle of your foot with flat feet on the ground. Let's just do 4 with the right foot in front. I'm gonna give you guys 8 counts and then do 4 with the left foot in front. I just wanna see, let's see. Yeah, I don't want it to be too slow because that's painful. So put your right foot in front, hold onto the bar with 2 hands or 1 hand, it's totally up to you, whatever you're comfortable with. I like doing 2 at bar because it's easier to stay square. So, and 2, 3, 4, that's it. Now put your left foot in front. 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. didn't really explain why I only did 4. So I think it's important, you don't want to do too many practicing it wrong. Because if you're practicing something wrong, it's going to end up hurting you in the long run. So just doing a few and doing them right is way more beneficial than doing a bunch and gripping the wrong muscles and doing like compromising your position just because you want to do like 360 or however many it takes to get that muscle memory. So I would strongly suggest practicing them like 4 or 5 correctly over a long period of time rather than doing like 50 all in one practice. I used to do that and it did not help me at all, but once I figured out that it was better for me to just do a few each time I practiced, over time it really helped me out a lot. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about that, I'm not very good at explaining some things sometimes, so just let me know. Yeah. Is that?
Thank you so much, Erin. If anybody has questions for Erin, just type them into the chat, and Erin has offered to answer a couple of questions. In the meantime, I just wanted to say thank you so much, Erin, for teaching this class and the class before. We're just really grateful that you took the time to share your talents with us. And for everyone else on the class, just keep connected with Scott Dance USA. We're going to be coming out with more classes for you guys so that we can keep dancing together, you know, in these strange times. So stay connected with us. More classes to come, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. When you're practicing Highland, do you do a lot of movements, jumping / full dances, or do you do more? Okay, so that's a great question. When I am practicing Highland, I like to, when there's a movement that I've been getting corrected on and it's really hard for me to fix it, I will go back to the bar and do it super slow and just break everything down and like make sure that I understand what each position is supposed to be. And a lot of times I'll actually go back and look at my book and see like the definition that's in the book, because that really helps you understand what they're looking for a lot of the time. So going back to the bar and breaking it down when it's difficult to like make a correction that your teacher has been giving you, I find that really helpful. But ramping up for like competition season, I definitely like to run through my dances a lot. Like I will definitely do all 4 Highlands in one practice. It shouldn't really take you that long. It should only take about 20 minutes to just run through your dances, and just having that strength also really helps to like when you are practicing, you can keep doing a movement and not get too tired, so you can make a lot of progress in one practice, if that makes sense.
Erin, there's a couple other questions here for you. What age did you start ballet, and what age did you start Highland?
So I started ballet when I was 3, and then I started Highland when I was 8. But I also tried like lyrical, tap, jazz. I was a hula dancer for a year. Like I did gymnastics, ice skating. I was all over the place. So yeah.
There's another question here. I think it's, do you think Adagio helps with your Highland steps?
Definitely. It definitely helps with the level of control that you don't really think you need for a Highland, but I have definitely found it super helpful. I always hated Adagio when I was younger, but over the past couple of years, I've grown to like it a little bit more because I know that it's super important for strength and control. So,
Erin, how do you find a balance between dance and other things that you do?
Well, I mean, I don't, I like to keep really busy. So I'm taking 8 college courses this year, or this semester, which is kind of insane, but I like having a separation. So being so dedicated to dance, I've made it into my whole life. So being able to step away from that and have like a friend group outside that I can hang out with is really important. It's really a personal balance. How much do you need of like socializing? I know some people are super social. I'm not that way. I don't need to go out every weekend. I would rather not. But I know that a lot of people like to go out and have dinner with all of their friends and go out and I don't know. So I guess it really depends on the person. It's just finding that balance in your own schedule. Yeah.
Do any ballet movements come to mind that help strengthening shedding movement?
Petit battements. We didn't go over those today, but they're super fast, super quick little like fluttering movements that normally go along with frappes, or that's the combination right after frappes. Just being able to engage your hamstring like that is really important. And I found that so I kind of took like a little bit of time off of Highland, and when I came back to it, I noticed that in my fling, when I was doing shedding, my hamstring started dying by the end of a six-step fling because your leg is up there for so long, which I never really thought about. But so petit battements, I would definitely recommend doing some of those.
Thank you so much, Erin, for sharing. I know there were a couple other questions, but we're going to give everybody their time back. So again, thank you so much for joining. We appreciate everyone, and have a great day.
Yeah, have a great day, everyone. Thanks for coming.